Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at Abzan Tokens. And I don't think we've really done too many Abzan decks this season, so this will be a fun one. And it's going to give us a chance to play with a card we used in another deck, but it didn't really show out so much. So we're going to try Kaya Geist Hunter and see if it works in this list as well, because, I mean, we're making a bunch of tokens and we're in the right color, so let's go for it. The other thing is too, well, you know what, let's hold that. Let's just go get right into the deck list, and we'll just talk about some other things around it. If you want to support the channel, remember to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% on everything you order over there at UltraPro, and that includes all the new sweet stuff from their Lemon Yellow collection this month. Right, as always, if you haven't joined the channel yet, check out the join button down below. You can get lots of extra content, free things, get your stuff featured here on the channel, just like one of our other top tier folks. And I want to say, like, this is a list that, like, I kind of had a version of already. So, you know what? I figured I was going to take a look at their version and then just swap up a couple of cards and then we'll just go run with it and see what happens. So we've got one Blood Chief's Thirst, and maybe we'll want more by the end of the video, but we'll see. 3 Tenacious Underdog, 4 Galagreeters, and these are kind of like, these are both reasonable plays early. The thing we're trying to do here, though, is the Galagreeters gets to trigger off all the tokens coming into play. So whether we, and not just that, getting the treasure is very big here too, because it allows us to play a 3-color deck where we can have double colored pips on things and still be able to cast stuff pretty efficiently. But if we don't need it, then we go ahead and just grow this creature every turn, and then we have a real beater. The Tenacious Underdog gets to just keep coming back, and one of the cool parts about it is it does cost us life. However, we do have stuff like Galagreeters that can also gain life to buy us more time to be able to do stuff with an Underdog if we need to. I mean, technically, the Underdog can just come into play after costing us 2 life and gain that 2 life right back from the Galagreeters. So, just saying, there's some options and some cool little, like, back and forth kind of combo-y synergistic things here that are already working out pretty well in the list. Now, we do have 3 Rite of Oblivion, and this kind of makes sense since we have tokens to sacrifice. So, but it does exile whatever. Now, the downside is it is sorcery speed, so that's something we have to be aware of. But it is still pretty damn powerful. And it's sort of fallen off the radar a little bit, so people don't expect it as much. Of course, we're playing some Vanishing Verse, because why not? Now, I will say this. When the member submitted this, this was Adeline in their list, and I didn't have it in mind initially. I went ahead and put it in so they at least get to see it in action, because I do think it was a relevant part of what they had, but I have a feeling Adeline's going to be maybe the weakest part of the deck and going to be one of the cards I want to replace. But I don't know until I try. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it in here, and we're going to find out. Of course, we're going to play for Wedding Announcement because, well, Wedding Announcement's just great. No reason to not play this. I mean, it's in virtually every deck that's trying to do anything mid-range or control these days. And like we said, we're going to go ahead and play Kaya Geist Hunter. Now, the thing about Kaya that we like is we're almost never going to get it to +6, or to the -6. The reason being is that if we're working really well at the +1, then we're just going to be attacking through and killing our opponent because we have a bunch of Death Touch stuff. Or we're going to be minusing and making 3 and 4 tokens a turn to where we just overrun the opponent anyway. So over the course of a couple turns, we're probably just going to win if Kai is doing what it's to do. Now, if Kai is not doing what we want her to do, well, we're probably in a world of hurt. But we'll find out. Then we have Wandering Emperor, which does remove stuff and also makes, I was about to say creatures, but they do actually make Samurai. The thing about the Samurai that's cool, though, is that I think it's sometimes forgotten that they do have Vigilance, and that's actually a pretty big deal, especially when we're able to pump it up, or it's getting bonuses from a Wedding Announcement or things like that. So I think this is going to be one of those times where we might actually want the Wandering Emperor to make tokens even more than we want it as a removal card, especially since we have like Rite of Oblivion, Vanishing Verse, Blood Chief's Thirst, right? We have a bunch of other stuff already doing that. So getting the bodies might be even better here, especially since we can copy them with Chariot, which we're going to talk about here in a second. And, you know, Kaya can also double it up whenever we're making those as well. So lots of cool stuff going on there. But yeah, like we said, Chariots, obviously we have a bunch of different types of tokens we can copy, so no reason not to play Chariot in this list. Now, we are playing a full 4. Not sure if we need to be 4, could it be 3, but, I mean, 4 is probably the right answer. And we get a variety of tokens. That's the biggest thing. So if we need something with Vigilance, if we need something like with Lost, with the spiders, right? We need one more Menace thing so we can attack for the kill the next turn. Right? It actually really does make a difference. And then we can also many times get the second creature on a turn, because of wedding announcement, and that works with gala greeters, right? So then we're getting those extra triggers, getting maybe a treasure and a +1 or life and a +1, and you're putting a lot more pressure on your opponent to deal with everything you have coming out constantly, right? So the Chariot really leans on a lot of things here. And don't forget that Loth works very well with Kaya as well, because if you minus a Loth, now you get 4 spiders, and that's pretty damn huge too. So every single card in here is kind of really doing things to help the other cards, and that's one of the things I really like about these types of decks. Now, of course, because we're doing all the tokens and we have Chariot, there was no way we weren't going to play Ren and 7, because getting a big 7/7, 8/8 is going to do a lot of work in this deck. Matter of fact, I would argue that if you do get even 2 of these to stick, outside of just like a hard board sweeper, you're probably going to be pretty well set for the game. And now, one of the cards I put in my version here to try out here on stream that he did not have in his, so I'm going to be fully clear here, this is the thing I'm doing, is Skeletal Swarming. But I wanted to see how it worked in here, because again, we're making all the tokens. We have things we can sacrifice tokens to. So I felt like if we had this, even if it survives for like 2 or 3 turns alongside the other tokens, not to mention these might also be getting bonused up from wedding announcement or whatever, there's a good chance that they would just be able to end the game for us despite everything. But partly because we also are playing Meat Hook Massacre. So if these are getting blocked and dying or whatever, we don't care. We get to keep making tons of things that are going to be draining the opponent, possibly big enough that the trample will matter. So I just wanted to see, hopefully we get into play a couple of times, because I wanted to just see if it would work in this list. Then the lands were kind of all over the place, but you kind of have to be with this requirement. So we have 1 Iganjo, 2 Plains, 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 1 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju, 1 Forest, 1 Lair of the Hydra, for each of the pathways. So Bright Climb, Dark Boar, and Branchloft. We have 2 Shattered Sanctum, 1 Deathcap Glade, and 1 Overgrown Farmland. So yeah, this is going to be a hell of a ride. It'll be interesting. I'm just going to let y'all strap yourselves in. As always, we're going to play the games, and at the end of the games, we're going to come back, talk about the deck list, what we like, what we'd keep. Matter of fact, I would say we're probably going to do a full update on the deck list at the end of the video after playing the game. So enjoy the show, and I'll catch you on the other side. We'll keep this. We'll just play this. Why not? We don't have any instants to play here. Bank Buster. Well, we can't do anything to a Bank Buster, so we're just going to play this dude. What do we do? Is this just a Dimir control deck, or a Azorius control? Nope, it is not. This is a completely different type of deck. Good to know. No attacks. I mean, I guess we should have. Alright. Maybe I take the treasure, because if I get a Planeswalker, I could play like a Loth here and block this guy. So that could have been a thing. Alright, you get to crew your stuff up. That's a legit attack. Crew them things. Come on. Yep. You got a vehicle. Attack for 4. I mean, might as well crew the other one, attack for 8, because I ain't blocking. That ain't going to be a thing. Actually, not true. We're going to block with this. Because we still get to, we can Meat Hook for 1 next turn and get rid of the pilots. That actually doesn't suck either. That kind of creates a different scenario. Well, if they have another, they have another. You know what? Let's just force them to have it. If you got it, you got it, opponent. I should have attacked for 2 first, also, because I'm not going to block with this guy. So I did miss a point of damage there. We'll just pump. Now that we know we have enough lands, we'll just keep trying to make this bigger. I mean, anything can crew this. So, let's see what they find. And I will say, with the Gala Greeters, we can keep gaining just enough life to stay ahead of the problem here, if you will. Okay, let's... I don't know if I need to get rid of that or not. Or if I want to attack and get a card at the end of turn instead of a 1/1. But I feel like we sort of want the 1/1. No, we need the card. We need the card. All right, let's attack first. And then let's go ahead and exile this. Because, I mean, if you're just getting cards, you're getting cards, I guess. And then we can get rid of the... Oh, we can't get rid of the other Bank Buster yet. Okay, end of turn. Ah, just a land. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That is not what we wanted to see. That is real bad news for us. We drew way too many lands here. Actually, we've only drawn this spell since our opener, right? Yeah, we have not drawn very well at all. All things. This is somewhat relevant here. So maybe that's a thing. Boy, what are we looking to do? I mean, we could exile a thing, getting rid of maybe Meat Hook Massacre, because that's probably not great in this fight. Boy. We could also just Boseiju one of those and give them a land, but they probably need another blue, potentially. So I don't even really want to do that. Yeah, this is just not good. Not good, folks. Not good. We're going to attack for 7, though. Hope this helps get us there. I think this is kind of all we can do. We do have a Blood Chief there, so when they make their 1/1 to be able to try to crew something, they can block, I guess. So that would be relevant. So they can use the 1/1 on it, draw a card, make a pilot, and then use that pilot to make a 4/4 and block, which would be relevant here. That villain Jay came through with 15. Hey, by the way, Jay, did you play a deck that was like a Magecraft party deck? Because I put one together. Okay, opponent died here. Okay. We'll keep this. I don't know if this goes anywhere. Need some help here. Need some help. Yeah, that deck was mono white. Okay, opponent. Well, we'll see if we get an opponent here. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Fitty Jack, or is that Flit Jack? Filt Jack. Okay, there you go. And the Onyx Wolf, I didn't see you come in there. Also, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's see if we get this turn to go the way we want. Or this hand to go the way we want. Nope, looks like we are not. This is not the deck we generally want this against, but that's okay. We're going to go with this and see what happens. Is it a dead Gallagreeters? Well, it looks like this is just going to be getting sacrificed, I would guess. That's not terrible. I don't hate that. Trying to decide if I want to play a Gallagreeters or a Tenacious Underdog here. I think I'm going to go with the Gallagreeters. And we're just going to go +1. Play a land. We already have double green. This is just going to be white. But then we'd have white and another one if we need it. All right. Interesting. So the opponent attacked with the Eye Twitch. They did not block. They did not sacrifice it. So I have no idea what the hell this means. How much they care about that Eye Twitch. Now things are changing a little bit here. All of a sudden, things are a little bit different. They're a little bit different than they were a second ago. We can actually, underdog, make 2 treasure to set us up for a Loth. Or we can go like +1 and a treasure. I'm kind of down for that. So we can get like 2 points in. I mean, kind of here's the thing though, right? We kind of have to force them to, well, I guess we don't have to force anything really. Which one are you? You are this one. Let's have that one just make a treasure. And then we'll have the other one make a... but maybe we want a treasure anyway? Because if they sweep the board, they're going to sweep our board regardless. This allows us to play Loth and something maybe next turn. God, okay, I'm a sucker. Sure. All right. And the turn. I mean, this could just as well be a meat hook for 2 anyway. So, like, overthinking it doesn't do us much good. Though, that being said, they could play their own Loth here, too. There's a lot of options. But, let's see. They probably have thoughts and things. Let's see what they're up to. And they have a lot of options here, even not knowing what's in their hand. Like, there's a lot of potential real plays. Alright. Just another eye twitch. Okay. And they're spending mana now to look for something. Wow. Okay. This is not going the way I thought it was going to go. This is very interesting. I mean, I would assume maybe you sack the treasure to draw a card, play a land. Yeah, that makes sense, because then you just replace the land, but you get more snow-covered lands the next turn. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, deck. What do we do with this information? I mean, I guess so, right? Let's do it to it. I mean, this is going to pump our Gallic readers. So we're going to go +1/+1. Oh, the second trigger. Treasure on the other one. +1. And treasure on the other one. And then I guess now we can get rid of the eye twitch if we want to, and then just get a big attack. I say big, quote-unquote, attack in here. Sure. I mean, we don't need all that treasure. And then we probably... they're probably going to go after Loth here, right? Get something to remove it? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we just attack with everything. If you're going to take your turn to kill Loth anyway, that's what you're telling us. Here we go. Yep, might as well block what you can. Then next turn we could plus and give this Death Touch. Actually, we could play a Gallic Readers, and that would be kind of cool too. I mean, they don't have enough to meat hook and use that, so it's like kill Loth or meat hook here. It's kind of the choice. Oh, Shambling Ghast. All right. And Tainted Adversary. All right, that's a good turn for them, actually. And still get to... Wait. Why are they letting us keep Loth? Are we just trying to sack something here? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little suspicious. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit concerned. By a little bit, I'm very concerned. Yeah, maybe they did forget its sorcery speed. So, I mean, that's one way to look at this. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Let's play Kaya. We're going to minus Kaya here, I think. This should be a quick job. I mean, we could give stuff Death Touch. Stuff gets blocked, dies. Then we get to minus Loth. And get 4 of these dudes. Alright, I'm going to do it. I assume some number of these is going to die, so... We could also make more treasure if we really wanted to, but let's just do this. And we'll attack. Do we get in with these? One of these dies. That blocks, maybe kills one of these. Maybe kills the Gallic Readers. Could go after our Planeswalkers. I think that's all we can attack with effectively. If we want to try to protect our stuff. Alright. And honestly, if 2 things die, I might still just minus Loth. I don't know. We'll see. Because obviously something's going to get blocked. Maybe you target another thing. Yeah, probably not going to work out for us that way. Loth's still going to die. We're just going to take the card here. Yeah, it's interesting because they didn't even make another body with the adversary. Like, what do you have in hand here? Yeah, that has Menace opponent. I mean, I guess I could have just plus and given my team Death Touch, but that doesn't really do much. Just sack and draw a card? Alright. That's cool. Get rid of a blocker. Nope, they just took the treasure. Yeah, I don't know at all what's happening here. Well, like Ganjo's a thing. Don't know how good of a thing, but it's a thing. I guess the good news is here, right? They can either dedicate to getting rid of the board. Ah, that's fine. We'll get rid of one of these. That's the actually preferred situation of what could have happened here, to be honest.
A gift in exchange for loyalty.
So now they can't kill Lolth this turn. However, that sure as hell doesn't freaking help us. Ah, dang it. Though the cool part is, if they do kill our creature, we could get it back. Because does this exile? Nah, it just destroys. Alright. So... I guess we just attack, leave the 1/1 back. Unless we want to get really savvy and then try to do the whole song and dance there. But, nah, I think we just do this. We could have drawn first, I'll admit, with Lolth, which could have mattered. Do we want to kill the merchant with this? I don't think we do. I think we just let that happen. They take 5. A little bit disappointing. I probably should have drawn first, seeing how that progressed, but didn't really change much in the turn. I mean, now, though, I guess I could have Takenuma'd got this back. It wouldn't have done much, just gave us that Death Touch. Would have killed off the Skullport merchant, though, I guess. Okay, sure. You do your thing, opponent. All right.
My will cannot be denied.
I guess we'll just get it back and do it again. I mean, they're at 8. I mean, I guess... Yeah, we'd have to get the Planeswalker back. Even though with them having this, I think that's still the right thing. Yep. Seems right still.
Come closer, little thing. The time is. Do what
+1. Gain life. +1. Treasure. All right. I mean, I guess we're going to try. Hindsight, if I would have killed this duder, we'd have been able to win here if I'd have just killed it last turn, but I didn't, like a dummy. And now we might just lose our whole board and our Planeswalker, but we'll see. Oh, that Villain J said somebody killed him before the raid with a life total landfall. Oh, the life gain list from today. Yeah, that list was pretty wild. Phil Jack says, happy to be here. Was the camera guy for the tabletop jocks. Trying to get better understanding. Oh, hey, cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Avery for 20 months. I think you're like our second longest consecutive subscriber. Thank you for that. Did the opponent go AFK? No, they're still there. They're just trying to decide what to do here. Sure. They didn't sack it. Do we just kill that dude? I don't know. I feel like we just save it. The opponent's got the cards. We're going to lose here anyway. Yep. Maybe giving the gold players too much credit. I might be. Are there any cards I'm excited to be rotated? I know I won't miss Blood in the Snow. I don't know. I usually don't worry about it till right beforehand. And I'm sure I'll make a video on some kind of list or some such, you know, when that comes up. Opponent, you probably should have killed Lolth first. Now I'm going to have a billion counters on it. And I also get Tenacious Underdog.
Subservience will be rewarded.
That seems good. Yeah, you can have a Tainted Adversary. Don't really mind. That's actually a good bonus to have there. And we'll attack. I mean, we are only at 10, but whatever. Risk it for the biscuit. That's going to put us down to 9. Opponent's going to go up to 8. I mean, we do get a card for our troubles.
We will slay.
That card did not amount to anything, unfortunately.
A gift.
We will, I guess, just play this. We use another white land, I guess. Oh, we already played a land. Never mind. We played the Lair of the Hydra that turn. Okay, so we have Lolth. They've got 5 cards and 1 billion mana. The best we could do, I guess they're going to kill our land? No, they're not. They're tapping that to not kill our Lair of the Hydra. Alrighty.
I will show you what happens when the I demand.
I feel like I'm in like Bizarro world. Like I don't know what's happening. Like I don't know what's going on. Like if I go to 7, do I just die here? 6-5. This is 3, so I go to 2. And I guess if they have another Invoke Despair, we're dead. But then they can't block our things effectively because they only have 1 blocker. I guess they've got spot removal in hand for this. Man, I don't know. Like I don't know what's even happening right now. This is absurd. Okay. Do I even need this? Like, because I can attack. Okay, let me think about this. Because I can send both of those at Lolth just to kill it. And then send... Alright, I'm just going to risk it at this point. I don't know what's happening right now. No, Lair for 6 doesn't do enough. Like, that just gets blocked or whatever. That's not a real option here. We will Lair for 1, 2, 3. We could do it for 4. And, like, they double block. Send these 2 at Lolth. Send this at the opponent. So then if they choose to double block to protect Lolth and kill a spider, like, we don't really care. We get rid of all the spiders, so there's nothing attacking us. We get to make our spiders. Like, okay, so we might just be dead here then.
A pity our
Just
time
gotta
is over.
accept the consequences. We might just be dead.
I will.
We'll play this that gets us a card. I mean, we can still kill an attacker, which is basically what this would have done, so not much difference here. We'll take our 2 cards. That did nothing. Opponent goes to 6. And that did... Man! The extra cards we got off of this and this have just been lands. Ah, so sad. Alright, well, we might be dead. Like, we tried, y'all. We put in our best effort, fam, but I think we're just dead. Meat Hook's just a damn good Magic card. However, if they don't kill us here, we still have a shot. Since we can get rid of it with our Igandra. Oh, confront the past. Wait, does that do anything?
You reek with terror.
Because they're only at 6. They have to be able to block 3 of these. How do we lose now? Like, they Meat Hook for 1? But then they wouldn't have made their creatures first. I mean, okay, I guess sure. It doesn't, yeah, fine. I don't even know what's happening right now.
Oh, you'll fall into my web again.
I mean, they can destroy our creature land, but then they just die, right? Plus, we have a underdog. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. This whole game was weird, man. Like, I don't know at all what happened this game. I feel like it was just all over the place. Okay, you have an eye twitch. There you go. That can, well, never mind then. That doesn't do anything. Yeah. We just exile an eye twitch and then play Tenacious Underdog, go to 5. Play this. Attack. I mean, yeah. I for real, I don't know how we got to this state in the game. Like, I for real don't. Like, this feels like it should not have played out like this at all. Like, I felt like we were behind, the opponent had the meat hook. They had the card to kill our Loth and didn't for like 3 turns for some reason. Like, I for real don't know what happened at all. Like, somehow we got to win. I'll take it, but yeah. This feels mostly fine if we can find a land. Let's keep it. Oh, it's going to be one of those decks. Can't say anything. I've been the one playing the hell out of those and somewhat popularizing those lately, so what can I say? I'm guilty as charged. The opponent's deck did not do what I thought it was going to do, though. They're just playing those just to play them. So, nope, never mind. There's some green mana. Do we want to kill that little dude? I say we do. They can keep the enchantment. I'm less concerned about that. And let's go ahead and just play a wedding announcement. Making good use of our mana here. Also, if we find a black source next turn, we could play Tenacious Underdog and still use Rites of Oblivion. Probably getting rid of a token if that were to come up. If not, maybe we go ahead and just play a Chariot. That wouldn't suck. And then work our way up to a Skeletal Swarming. We need mana, though. That's our biggest problem right now. We're kind of choked on land, so not good. All right, they're obviously playing something where they want a lot of mana here. So we're seeing that kind of play out. I mean, I guess because we have black, white, and black, I mean, we could, if we wanted to, get rid of something, but I think we just wait on this Rite of Oblivion, to be honest with you. I say we go ahead and attack, because why not? Opponent probably blocks and sacrifices, because that's what I would do. Make use of their mana here. Now, we do have a decision. If we think it's better to... Nah. We're still going to Chariot. I was thinking for a second, it might be better to Wedding Announcement, get an extra dude, but here we get 2. They're 2/2s. They'll be bigger next turn. We can still sacrifice one of these to a Rite of Oblivion if we need to get rid of the reflections. Opponent has 4 cards and 6 lands here, though. A lot of opportunities for a lot of things to go down. Alrighty. What are we doing? They're just passing? Not gonna lie, I don't love that. So what are they potentially going to flash in here? Or just try to kill? Because I mean, they might just try to kill our Chariot. So maybe it's just not in our benefit to crew the Chariot here. So if we attack for 2, we end up getting a card. That's fine, I guess. Because I'm willing to let them block one of these. I don't think they will. But, I mean, because they're at 21. See, so we weren't going to get it anyway. They could destroy an artifact. They chose not to destroy the Chariot. They made an active decision not to destroy the Chariot, which kind of bugs me, I'm not going to lie. Not really knowing why. Now, I could have played Tenacious Underdog knowing I could get it back with the Rites of Oblivion sacrificing it, but that's fine. Looks like a Deadly Dispute's incoming. Yep. Okay, we'll play this out. And then hopefully draw a land next turn. Though, now knowing that the opponent's playing a couple of those, we do have to be a little concerned about what's going on with our Chariot. We might have a turn where we tap down multiple things and get nothing for our Chariot services. So, a little unfortunate, but we got to keep that in mind. All right. And then we draw. Still think we're on a Chariot situation, honestly. Let's see. We got double white, double green, double black. So we got double everything. These all need black and white, so it doesn't really matter. We just got to pick a side on this. Alright. I don't know why I feel like they're just going to come after our Chariots, no matter what we do. So, I'm willing to just attack here. And just say, you kill a dude and kill our Chariot, so be it. We'll just have to live with that. Yep. See, I knew it. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. I'm telling y'all, sometimes you just know things. Okay, Naiganjo, meh, not the most helpful thing. However, it does allow us to do some shenanigans with a Rite of Oblivion and get back a Tenacious Underdog, you know. So, that's fine. Or we may just want to kill Blood Tithe Harvester. Who the heck knows? I doubt it, really. Not what we're in the market for. Though, you know what? You know what? Just getting rid of that with this could be beneficial. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'd still be able to play... Well, we wouldn't be able to get that back, though. So we would have to use this to kill it. Assuming they don't have another Deadly Dispute or whatever. Which they might, because they've been playing their hand very slowly. And then we could just Tenacious Underdog. If we wanted to do that. I don't know which is more beneficial here. I think I'm just going to go with this. Why not? Let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's sack this duder. Yep, they got a Deadly Dispute. Bummer. Alright. Oh, they didn't. What? Then what are these cards? Okay, we're going to get 2 cards. Meat Hook's nice. I don't mind that. And another Rite of Oblivion. Okay, sure. I mean, now we just get into this weird skeletal swarming Meat Hook massacre type situation, I think. And see what we can do with that. Though, I mean, who knows? Maybe they've got more Unleash the Infernos. Opponent's still got a lot of mana here. 2, 4, 6, 7. They can do a lot of stuff if they want to. Nope, they're choosing just to pass. The Meat Hook we didn't really want. That's a bummer. Alright, let's go ahead and get in there for 2. They might kill that and kill the Wedding Announcement if they have another one. It looks like they do. Yep, alright. This actually kind of works in our favor, though, because we get 2 skeletons. So we don't really hate it. Opponent doesn't know that. And I think we'll go ahead and play this, since now we've got all these Rites of Oblivions, and we're going to be generating skeletons, so here we go. Oh, no. No, man. Oh, killer. Killer. Wow, that sucks. That is super unfortunate. Okay, well, these aren't going to do much else, right? I mean, that's kind of their lot in life at this point. I mean, hey, I drew as many Rite of Oblivions as you drew of these, like, Unleash the Infernos, so come on now. So I guess they want to be able to reanimate it. Okay, cool, cool. No attacks. Now we've got a Meat Hook we can use, get rid of some things. Play a Tenacious Underdog. We're still at 18, so that's fine. Possibly find at least a land with Wrenn and 7. Tainted Adversary, alright. We're going to pay at least once. Yep. And we might be about to get a lot of extra life here from this Meat Hook. I ain't going to be mad about that, let me tell you. We're just going to plus up.
We can foster much growth here.
Another Tenacious Underdog. Alright, we kind of need some extra black mana, so let's get that into play. We're going to need to do this for 4. I'm tempted to do it for 5 in case there's a random plus thing. I doubt there is. But we're not going to do anything else with the extra mana. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. We do cost ourselves the ability to lose our Duder here. But I mean, if they have it, they have it. They'll kill it anyway. Even if it was a 4/4. Because they can just sack this to a Voltaic Surge. Alright, opponent goes to 7. Alright, we now have a Menace land, an 8/8. We have the ability to play another land that they know it's in our hands, so we can make that into a 9/9. We can make 2 Tenacious Underdogs. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. We had all that covered. Alright, this is playable. We got plenty of land. We do have access to double black if we want it for Meat Hook, and we can have access to double white as well in the process. That's unfortunate because it's going to have to come into play tapped. Actually, it may not even matter because if we don't have anything to play on 3, this will just be tapped anyway. Maybe we'll get like another Gala Greeters or something. Uh-oh. It's the Boros Aggro deck. We're going to lose a lot of things to the burn damage. That's not the worst. I'm going to lose some hasty things here. Yep, that's fine. Oh, boy. What are we looking to do? I guess we just pass. Because even if they play like a... what's it called here? A Raiju, we get to kill one of the attackers. Then we get to Meat Hook, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, they know we have this, I'm sure. This can't be that much of a surprise to them. They did miss a land, though, here. So that's nice. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Wasn't really thinking about this being an option. But now that it is... yeah, let's do it. And this is just when a creature dies, right? Skeleton, creature, blah, blah, blah. If a creature died this turn, okay. We could +1 this, but you know what? Let's just make a body. Let's just make a body. I mean, we have all this in hand to deal with creatures. We'd just be overthinking it at that point. We could even take a little bit of a hit here. Okay, Brutal Cathar comes down. We're on nighttime, so it doesn't get to steal anything. It's a 3/3 with first strike. Though we could get rid of it here for sport if we really wanted to, and I think we do really want to. So let's go ahead and off that. Getting rid of this. That's fine. We'll pay it. Then we'll attack. Opponent's probably not going to block. Make 2 skeletons. Alright. Opponent's still at 18 here. So Raiju's still a real threat. Though, again, our plan is probably just going to be to meat hook. So it's not that big a deal. I say that, though. Maybe we're not meat hooking so fast. Hold on. Maybe we're not. Alright, let's block 3. Alright, opponent gave up anyway there. Alright, so the deck worked. That's the good news. But we did kind of learn one of the things I suspected was that Adeline was actually probably our least favorite card in the deck. And that's a bit disappointing, but it's fine. Like, I kind of knew that might be the thing. So I want to start the changes by just going ahead and pulling out Adelines to start with. And then I kind of want to look at also pulling out one Rite of Oblivion and putting in one Vanishing Verse. Mostly because there are a lot of times early where you want to be able to use a removal and we just haven't had a chance to get a creature down or anything yet. And you just want to make sure you're able to get stuff out of the way. And you don't want to get caught with no removal because they killed your only permanent that's on the board. So that's only really an issue though, because the Naya Runes deck still exists and the Boros Aggro decks exist, right? They're playing a lot of burn for those early creatures, and they can actually keep you in situations where you can't use the Rite of Oblivion effectively. So making a little bit of concession for that. Also on that note, that kind of puts us in another spot of either wanting to play another Tenacious Underdog or adding another Bloodchief's Thirst. I'm leaning toward Bloodchief's Thirst because even against the control type decks, you can at least use it against a Planeswalker, and it's not the worst thing. Now, there is a downside that if you came up against, like, I don't know, let's just say maybe mono black control, you're not going to have as many quality cards because Bloodchief's Thirst is going to be a little dead, Vanishing Verse is going to be a little dead. I mean, sure, again, you can kill Planeswalkers, but it's not going to be great. So that's a matchup we're kind of weakening ourselves against. However, we do have a ton of things that make tokens, so maybe it's not an issue. But I've been seeing more Boros Aggro and the Naya or various runes decks or enchantments decks on the ladder. So I think it's better to go ahead and hedge your bets toward those, especially if you're playing best of one. So I'm going to go ahead and add a Bloodchief's Thirst. And then we have one slot left over. I was debating if just going ahead and putting in either another Planeswalker or another Skeletal Swarming, maybe a Wandering Emperor. However, I think I want to play one Festival. I think that's where I want to go with this as a late game card and something we could do with that extra mana we maybe, from treasures we might have saved up or something else. So I think that's pretty good. I would almost even argue that if we could get by maybe even cutting a Chariot, could be worth another Storm the Festival. So if you don't have some cards or maybe you have some other ones, I would say try it. I think it's very viable. Now, I will say this. Storm the Festival is 3 green, and that could be a little bit of a problem. However, you don't need the 3rd green till turn realistically like 6, 7, 8. So we'll see. But I think just one, mostly because of the 3 green, is probably going to be fine. And again, we do have things like treasure and whatnot that we can get sometimes. And if you look at our mana base, we've got 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13 green sources. So it's not like the end of the world, right? Like we're going to be able to get green reasonably easy on some level. Also, don't forget that if you're in a pinch, the Chariot can also copy a treasure. So there's that. But yeah, overall, I think this list is probably a little bit cleaner. Like I said, you don't get caught without removal as often. This gives us a big pile of stuff against the, we'll call the hyper aggro decks that exist in the format right now. We have ways to get rid of enchantments and artifacts, which is pretty sweet. We can exile creatures, so we don't have to worry about stuff coming out of the graveyard. We have good long-term value cards between Chariot, the Planeswalkers, Skeletal Swarming, even Storm the Festival now, right? So we have some early game with the Underdog at Galagreeters, Wedding Announcement, and then we have just some late game once we get to turn 4, 5, 6 and start dropping those things. Now, there is another interesting thing I want to mention about the deck, is that it is full of rares and mythics, but they are popular ones that are in a lot of decks, so you may already own some from building other stuff, but if you use these, you're actually going to get to play them in other decks, so that's actually pretty cool. And interestingly, the only real cards that I think aren't going to be around in the future standard at rotation, I think is just Eska's Chariot and maybe Vanishing Verse. Everything else I think is actually from one of the other sets that's going to survive rotation. So even if you do craft a lot of these cards, you're going to get to keep using them. And I will say this, at least for Chariot and Vanishing Verse to some extent, like those are still good in the older formats as well, so it's not like you're not going to have homes for those cards. So yeah, feel free to have fun with this one. Go nuts. It's actually pretty versatile, pretty powerful, lots of fun, lots of difficult decisions. But if you like that technical magic and really working your way out of the hole and having big comebacks, this could be the deck for you. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Eerie Ultimatum. Mostly because this card was not really that much of a player in Standard when it existed. However, this card is very, very good in Commander because you can return a card of different names, right? As many as you have with something different. But in Commander, we only have cards with different names. So this actually gets to be really powerful whenever you have this go off, enough to send the game into overdrive and probably get the win for you. This also brought the card up from being just a kind of bit player $1.50 card all the way up to like a $5 card in some places. So it's gaining a little bit of value and popularity, and I don't know if or when it's going to be reprinted. Maybe it's already been, I don't know. But I can't think of a reprint, so maybe it hasn't. But either way, this card's actually very good. You should really consider it if you're not playing it right now, because boy is it strong. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to get today's deck list down in the description below. And you still join the channel, that's down there. But I also want to say, if you like this type of deck, you like 3-color stuff, I'm going to link another one here so you can have some more 3-color fun and just keep the train going. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.